Hey guys, it's Ep22 and welcome back to episode 22 of my Dortmund career mode. Now in today's episode we're going to be finishing off the first season of the career mode and cracking on to the second season. I'm obviously really intrigued to hear your guys' suggestions about who I should try and sign. There will be a vote in the description below as to what I should be doing with transfers. So basically there's going to be a couple of different options on there and you can go ahead and vote for which players I should try and sign. So I think Shaqiri will be on there. I might have a couple of other players as well that you guys can vote on. And then there'll be other options as to who I should sell as well, potentially. So go ahead and click the link in the description below to vote, and I will kind of use that for the next episode to try and sign some players. So at the end of season review, at the end of this first season, they said they couldn't be happy with the performance so far. The players and staff clearly look up to me, blah, blah, blah. Very happy with everything I've done, basically. So let's advance into the second season and see how much money we get, so what our targets are, and hopefully bring in some new players as well. Before we get any further, though, if we could go ahead and hit 50 likes on this episode, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. That will be absolutely fantastic. And yeah, let's crack on now to have a look at the budget and some of the objectives. So because we won the Champions League last season, we've got the Copa Europe to hopefully try and win. That could be potentially our first bit of silverware as well of the second season. Let's take a look now at some of the important transfer market information, the budget, that sort of thing. Currently it's set at 52 million, just under 53. Whether that'll change, I'm not too sure when we get an email through. We've also obviously got pre-season games to look at as well. We'll see what tournament is available for us to take a look at. So we will participate in the tournament. We'll see which one is best. I'm not going to just base it purely on money. I'm going to base it on which one we can actually win. So I think the most achievable one to win is probably actually the 9.3 million. Don't fancy coming up against Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal and Tottenham. So I think we'll go in this one. I think that was at Australia or was it New Zealand? Not really too sure. I think it might be in Australia that we are going to be going to. 9.3 million I think it was, so a decent amount if we go ahead and win that tournament. Let's now take a look at some of the emails, and it's the Invitational Cup, and we've got some players returning from loan, some of the youngsters that I sent out. I still haven't got confirmation on the exact budget. It seems like that it's going to be 53 million. We'll have to wait and see over the next couple of days. Hopefully we get an official one through. Doesn't seem like we will, though, about the budget, which is a little bit strange. But transfer offer in to begin the episode, and it's for Aubameyang. This is from, okay, Stoke City, trying to sign Aubameyang. What other career mode would you see that happen in? I don't think too many, to be honest. So yeah, 41.5 million. No, let's just say no. I can't even be bothered to go into why we're going to reject that. It's just clear. Let's just reject that one straight away. So now what I think we'll do is probably take a look at some of the players that I'm going to be trying to sell, because I think you've always got to take a look at that pretty early on just to kind of make sure you've got the right amount of players at your club, you've got the players that you're actually going to use. To be honest, I can't see myself getting rid of many players, so I think I've got my three keepers there. I can't see any changes in the keepers. I know a few of you suggesting different keepers. Oblak was suggested quite heavily by a couple of people. I'm quite happy with Holland, to be honest, at the moment. It's more likely, to be honest, I bring back Berkey, to be quite honest, or Weidenfeller or someone like that, rather than bringing in someone like Oblak. It's more likely that that sort of thing would happen, but again, I'm interested to hear your thoughts about all this in the comments below. In terms of my centre-backs, I'm pretty happy with them. Bartra, Brooks, Schul and Tar. A little bit of me does kind of, again, want to bring back Socrates, because I think I made a bit of a mistake getting rid of him to Barcelona, but I imagine it'd be a lot of money to try and get him back. Left-backs, I'm very happy with Durm and Guerrero. I'm tempted to bring in another left-back, though, because Durm I'd rather use as a right-back. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one. Not too sure who I'd sign as a left back, because I really want two left-footed left backs rather than having Durm as a left back. So we'll play him as a right back. Then we've got three right backs. Although we do have this youngster here. He is one that I definitely will be getting rid of, Stenzel. And we will be keeping Paslak. I think he's definitely one that I should keep this year. He looks really good. He can play a few different positions. He certainly will be staying with the squad. Won't be going out alone or anything like that. But this is where I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do I do with Piszczek? He's one of the players that will be on the vote in the description below if he's a vote about. Do I sell Piszczek or don't I sell Piszczek? I can't really see myself using him too much with me having Ginter and Paslak, who can play right back, but also Durm as well, who I'm interested in using for that position. So I can't see myself using him, but again, it's down to you guys on the vote in the description below. I'll make it so you can vote for as many as possible. Obviously, don't vote for everything, because there's kind of no point to that, but try and vote for a couple of different things on there, and we'll wait and see of the results in the next episode. So we've got Goetze, Rode, Weigl, I can't really see myself getting rid of them. I quite like those, to be honest. Goetze, again, was one that was suggested to be sold by a couple of people, but I think I'll keep him. Burnick, I think, will be going. 61 overall, 19 years old. I think we'll transfer list him. Castro will be staying. Areno will be staying. This youngster here, I think he'll be going. Not quite good enough really to stay with the squad. Thiago, I'm pretty sure will be staying with us. Quite liked him at times. He's looked really good going forward. Weber will go out on loan. Pulisic will stay. Want to use him a little bit more as well. He's becoming more prominent in the Dortmund team in real life as well. Liverpool looking at him, I believe, in real life. Royce and Schürrle are staying. Alexander-Arnold will be staying. Dembele, Aubameyang, Iheanacho and Emre Mor all staying. Richter may well go out on loan, but ideally I want to try and keep him after a good few performances so far. So I think that is pretty much everyone that I'll be listing. Not loads of players. Again, partly down to you guys voting in the comments below, and obviously on the vote in the description as well. That's the main place. We will now get on with some player drills. We'll set out things for this season, what sort of players I'm going to be training to begin with. So I think we'll go with these 5 drills to begin with. Donnarumma there featuring quite heavily, obviously, with 3 of those drills. I want to try and get him up as much as possible to rival Horn a little bit more this season. Emre Mor trying to get him up as much as possible. Pulisic, I feel, isn't quite as high as he should be. Down to he's had an injury recently, so I've not been able to train him that much. So I need to play Pulisic a little bit more, need to train him up a little bit more, and Donnarumma there flying up on some of his attributes, trying to train up his free kicks and set pieces, because hopefully by getting those attributes up, his overall should go up as well. So I'll wait and see how that does over the next few weeks. We've got some scout reports to take a look at as well. I've set up some new scouting places. I'm going to various different countries. So we've got France, Spain and Germany. Those two come on the 31st of every month, and then this one comes on the 4th of every month, purely just because of the way that I set it up. We do have one to take a look at. I think this is the French players. Yeah, it is. And we will sign a couple of them up. We don't have too many players in our youth academy at the moment, so that is the reason why I'm trying to get some more youngsters in, because we've really kind of lacked a little bit with high quality youngsters. And we've also actually, we've done the youth program already. We've done the targets for that. Which, to be honest, we haven't had a look at the targets yet, have we? We need to do that now. Okay, so we did just complete the youth development one, or one of them anyway, which is signing one youth academy player assigned to midfield position, so quite a simple one there. We didn't manage to do this next one, though, in the last season, which was grow one youth academy player by at least 10 overall points, play them in 5 matches. And we'll hopefully do that this season. Didn't manage to do it last season, but we'll wait and see on that one. We've managed to do the short-term gain, 102 million of earnings from shirt sales. We've done that one. Again, that might be from last season. Not too sure why we've still got that one or why we've completed it. We haven't quite managed to, obviously, earn the media money just yet, but that's over 2 seasons, so that's fine. Financial one is finish the season with a profit margin of 63 million. Well, last time we had 263 million, so I think we can do that this season. I'd be pretty disappointed if we didn't do that. We're already 4% of the way there, so that's good. And reach the quarterfinals of the German Cup, that's definitely doable. Win the league, that's what we need to try and do, and get into the final of the Champions Cup, which obviously we won in the last season. So yeah, some achievable stuff there. Looking forward to hopefully trying to get that done this season. Now I think we just sim through some of the friendly matches. But first, a transfer offer in for Rode from West Ham, 18.5 million. A lot of money actually for Rode, but not considering getting rid of him. I do like him. But the reason why I like him is because he's so good in game. I know he's not a massive fan's favourite for Dortmund fans, but he is certainly very good in game. I like the fact he's quite fast. He wins things back in midfield quite nicely. I've got a couple of players here wanting to chat. Basically wanted to play his next game. Schürrle certainly will start. Don't know about that other youngster. Okay, so we'll send this match against Wanderers. This is the side I've gone with. Donnarumma, Pasalac starting this game. Ginter at centre-back alongside Brooks, Guerrero, Weber, Schürrle, Alexander-Arnold, Moreno, Pulisic and Emre Mor playing as a striker. So, it's a little bit of a weakened team, and you'd expect it's a pre-season friendly. We're not going to risk putting our players through potentially getting injured or anything like that, although saying that we probably will get a couple of injuries through these games. But we have started off with a 2-0 win against Wanderers, Guerrero and Iheanacho off the bench, getting the 2 goals. We'll take that. It's a clean sheet as well, and no injuries so far. Schürrle's happy he played the last match, that's good news. Got him into the side. I'm going to again try and use him a little bit more along with Pulisic. Although you've got to understand it is pretty difficult sometimes to try and incorporate all the different players, because we do have at times quite a large squad, and at other times we could just see that we've got such a small squad when we have injuries. But I think in general we need to bring in 1 or 2 players, but I can't see me making loads of signings this summer. Got a transfer offer in here from Barcelona at 48.5 million from Goetze. It's a very, very big offer, is that. I don't know what I can do about that one. I don't really want to sell him. I think we'll reject that one, even though it's a very large bid. We are just going to reject it. I don't really need the money. Got 53 million, so I don't need it. And we're not going to give Wolfsburg our best player. So, yeah, we'll reject that one. For me, Aubameyang's my best player. Anyway, obviously there's Royce as well, who you could argue is as good, if not better. This game against Perth now, and again, I think we'll go with a very similar team. I'll change one or two players around for this match. Okay, on to the game against Perth now. It's an away match, so the chances of us winning this one are probably lessened slightly. We've gone with quite a strong team again. Iheanacho comes in. We've got Weigl coming in. Schulabach will also make it into the team as well. So a couple of players drop out here. Still a fairly strong side. Iheanacho coming in. Maybe should get a goal in this match. We'll skip it. I've drawn the match 1-1. Dembele off the bench getting an equalising goal with 5 minutes to go. Transfer offer in for Weber. It's a loan deal. Send him out. So I think it's a Swedish team, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. We'll send him out there and we'll see how he gets on for the season. Man United coming in for Aubameyang, 61.5 million. Okay, he finished first in the assists last season. Do you know, I didn't know that about Aubameyang. Didn't realise he'd finished first. I knew certainly we weren't in the top goal scorers at all. We have 3 players on 9 goals, 1 player on 8 goals, and I think the top goal scorer was on 18, so we were quite far off that. But as a team, collectively scored quite a few goals, kind of spread them around the team. But Aubameyang, I'm just going to reject this one. Again, don't really want to get rid of him. I'm not going to reject all offers for him, though, because I do get quite intrigued about what sort of offers we get in for our bigger players. And see whether they can tempt me a little bit, but certainly for Aubameyang, I'm not really interested in getting rid of him right now. Okay, so some more player drills. Hopefully Donnarumma can go up a lot again on some of those attributes that we're trying to train. Will he? Yes, he will. He'll go up on all 3 again. Is by 1? No, by 2, by 3 actually on some of them. So very good news for him. Still though not getting too close to 79 overall just yet. Okay, so on to the game against Inter Milan. This is the final group stage match that we've got. Ryman starting in goal. That's the big change for us. Our 60 overall goalkeeper, I think it is, but we've got a very strong team other than that, so I'm not too worried just yet. We have got a goal there from Thiago as well from the penalty spot. Aubameyang starting, Dembele, Castro, Thiago as we've seen, Emre Mor on the right hand side, Weigl, Brooks, Tarp, Piszczek, etc. Into the second half, we'll skip it here. Aubameyang getting the second goal. We beat them. Fantastic news. And that means that we will finish top of our group. So we get Villarreal in the next round. Some quite decent friendlies actually here to play, but we won't be playing them in game. We will just obviously be simming them. 2.5 million there is what we've got. So yeah, we're doing quite well with the budget. We're not going to sign. I don't think we'll sign anybody in this episode, to be honest. I'd rather wait on your guys' opinion from the vote in the description below. So apologies about that for those of you that are wanting signings a little bit earlier. But we just can't really, I don't want to do it without your guys' input, if that makes sense, so we'll just do the vote and see what happens from there. Okay, Villarreal now in the semi-finals. Quite a big game this one for us. Again, some changes. Horn starts in goal for the first time during these friendlies. Paslak is in there. We've gone 1-0 down, though, from their striker. Sewell's already got booking as well. We'll skip this one. Hopefully we don't go out, but I understand it's not the strongest of sides. It's certainly one of the strongest I've put out, though, so far. We're into the second half. We'll skip it now as Dembele equalises. We've won 4-3 on penalties. Wow, Royce could have made it easier for us, though. He missed a penalty 67 minutes in, but we've managed to get through into the final. Who do we play? It's the main thing, obviously, that we get into the final, try and get some more money in. It's Napoli in the final, and that should be quite a big match for us to get some more money into the club. 3 million there from that, so I'm very pleased with it. Profit, we're already at 17 million or just under, so looking good on that front. But again, we will probably be spending some next episode. Onto some player drills. Again, the exact same 5 drills. We'll probably change them monthly, I would imagine, rather than sort of every week or anything like that. So we'll try and do it monthly if I can remember. Obviously, keep letting me know in the comments below. Keep reminding me of that. And hopefully we can do it. Donnarumma again making some decent progress on those advanced free kick attributes, but still not really changing in his overall, which is a little bit disappointing. Don't know why that is. On to the Napoli game now, and we might have a transfer offer in actually for one of our youngsters. Barnett wants him. 190 grand is a poor offer. We'll just ask for the full $250,000, I think, for that. Okay, on to the final against Napoli. This is the side I've gone with. Again, some changes, obviously, with it being friendlies, but still want to try and win the final. The main thing that I'm after, though, is no injuries, ideally. But I've still put out a strong team to try and win this, because I would like to, if I can, get a little bit more money into the team. So we've got Donnarumma starting in goal here. We've got an injury for them. I thought that was for us a second ago, but it is Callahan that's been injured. Insigne puts them in the lead, though, as well. That's not a great start from us, 14 minutes in. Approaching the second half now, into the second half, Thiago equalises. Road comes on. Insigne makes it 2-1. That's not good. We'll skip it, and we've lost it 2-1, but luckily for us, no injuries, and that is obviously what we wanted going into the new season. And Barnet have come back and said they'll pay 200 grand. I think we'll just accept it. I'm not interested in keeping a centre mid in there. I can't see him with much getting much growth in the future, so we'll just get rid of him. I've also decided to scout this young centre back, which I saw was around. Not too sure he's that good actually. Only 71 overall, 19 years old. Okay, what I think I will do is I'll put in a couple of bids, I think, for a few different players, and then if you guys want me to sign them, then I'll obviously confirm the signing and that sort of thing in the next episode. So the first bid is going to be for Shaqiri. I didn't realise he was going to be worth so much, to be honest. I didn't realise that Stoke would value him that highly. 29 million is his value. We'll offer them 33. I think the likelihood is they'll probably reject it, but we'll go with 33 to begin with and see what they say. We're also going to put in a bid, I think, for Florenzi as well. He was a right back suggested in the comments below the last episode. I think he can also play right mid, but not 100% on that one. We'll wait and see as we put in the bid now. Yes, we can actually play as a right winger and a centre mid. Looks really good, very, very fast. Would be a fantastic signing, I think, for us, actually. Maybe if as a midfielder. Look, his skill attributes, all green. Okay. Yeah, the only thing that's not green is his strength. We're signing him. But obviously, again, I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments below on that. But he certainly looks, on paper, very good. Just kind of want your input as to whether you think it's realistic, etc. And I'll try and obviously sign him if you think he is. 24 million is what we're going to go with. Again, none of these players are particularly cheap, are they? So we won't be able to make loads of signings with that 53 or 54 million, however much we've got. But we'll continue to put in bids. Hopefully we'll be okay with that, and we'll see over the next few days whether they do agree to those deals. We'll go to the player drills again. Hopefully this will be kind of a bit more progress than what we've had recently. Gonna try and get Donnarumma up if we can. He has gone up to 79 overall, about time as well. And that's the week where he's had the least amount of growth in his attributes as well. That's a little bit ironic there. Pulisic and Emery Moore not actually changing too much. Transfer offer in for Timo Horn, our goalkeeper, 37 million from Porto. Wow, okay, that is a large bid. We might actually think about this one. Again, another one for you guys to vote on in the comments below and in the vote in the description below as well. 50 million counter offer. If you match it, you can have him for 50 million quite happily. Stoke said unacceptable. They want how much? 54.5 million for Shaqiri. Right. He's no Florenzi, put it that way. I mean, how can you want that much for him? 38. I'm not going any more than 38 million for Shaqiri, of all players from Stoke City. Player sold. We've got rid of that midfielder now to Barnet. 140 grand. Pathetic amount, really. But we'll take it. We'll try and get as much money in as possible. We've got some emails in here, more transfer offers, this time for Stenzel. I believe he's one of the players I'm trying to sell, isn't he? And really undercut me, haven't they? A lot on what his value is compared to how much they're willing to pay. We'll ask for the 800 grand, as I always tend to do. It's a shame to get rid of him, but I just think there's too much competition in his position, especially if I bring in Florenzi as well. Yeah, I think we'll just reject all offers, actually. There are a couple of silly ones there. We won't be getting rid of Aubameyang for 41.5 million, I can tell you that much. We've got basically Roma coming back and saying we want 33.5, which is, again, a little bit more than I was willing to pay, which is frustrating because the chief executive has got it wrong again on how much he's worth. We'll go 27, hopefully get a little bit nearer to the amount they actually want. Don't think I'll be paying the 33.5, but again, we'll have to wait and see over the next few days. And we'll finish the episode off here with our right back Stenzel actually being matched, the offer for him, 800 grand. He should be on the way out next episode. Porto come back and said they'll pay 38.5. For a second I thought they were going to match the 50 then. I think the lowest I'll do, 48.5. If you want him, you can pay that. And I will happily get in somebody else. So that is everything for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could go ahead and hit 50 likes on this episode, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. That will be absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I'll see you guys for the next episode. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.